you have a first aid kit. Ensure you make contact with your healthcare provider to reschedule any appointments or procedures that may have been scheduled ahead of the storm. The public is reminded that ambulance services are only provided to service medical emergencies. The National Emergency Medical Services advises the public that once winds exceed 50 miles per hour, ambulance services are discontinued until the all clear is given.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Raven Davis.
And I'm Jay Fleet. By the way, Warren just said I got the gift. I got the gift for Happy International Men's Day.
Congratulations.
Jay Fleet.
Well, that's a live look at the Bahamas tonight. They're coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
First at 11. Calls for an election officer to be removed following Monday's advance poll being put into perspective by the minister responsible, who is coming to the defense of the integrity of the voting process. Also, on a positive note, since a massive fire destroyed iconic restaurants at Arawak Key, including Goldie's and Red Snapper, a restaurant owner assured his loyal customers and the wider public they will rebuild bigger and better than ever. And on this Men's International Day, the first ever Men in Business trade show put on by the SBDC will tell you all about its impact directly from those who benefited. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now.
The Bahamas Tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Royson Jones filling in for Corville Pyfram. Welcome to the broadcast. The government on the defensive tonight following calls from an election officer to be removed after the confusion that emerged subsequent to Monday's advance poll. Leah Cooper leads us off tonight at 11 with the details.
Following the chaos at Monday's advance poll, National Security Minister the Honourable Wayne Munro's coming to the defence of Golden Isles returning officer Neil Campbell.
We don't question the political allegiance of persons. That's not our business. Public servants are free to hold political views, but not to demonstrate them. And everyone is free to vote for whoever they wish.
You see, on Monday evening, concerns surfaced about the transfer of ballot boxes following advance polling. Members of the Free National Movement and the Coalition of Independence went as far as to block the entrance of Remnant Tabernacle of Praise Church to stop an initial effort to move the ballot box to a bus without any candidate representatives on board. This eventually led F&M Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands to call for Campbell to be removed as returning officer.
Somebody who was served in the capacity as a general for the Prime Minister ought not be the returning officer. Democracy need not only be done, transparency, fairness, but it needs to be seen to be done. And if there are questions being raised about the integrity of the process, then let's do whatever we can to protect it.
However, Minister Munro stresses that the code of conduct regarding public servants is clear.
If they have something that they can produce to show that he has transgressed any of the rules, they ought to produce it. But this behavior that they have about trafficking in gossip and rumors is a low form of adequacy, is a low form of dealing. It does not respect people's names and reputations.
During Tuesday's press briefing, Campbell explained that he, like everyone, has friends, some of them in political circles. The opposition leader, Michael Pintard, he said, is a cousin. His mother considers F&M candidate Brian Brown an adopted son, and he refers to Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis as an adopted father. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Thanks so much, Leah. Well, all three parties in the upcoming by-election will stage final rallies in the Golden Isle constituency ahead of the November 24th poll day at 7 p.m. Taking the stage for the governing Progressive Liberal Party at its Golden Isles headquarters on Thursday will be the Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister, a number of cabinet ministers, along with the party's pick for Golden Isles, Darren Pickstock. The Free National Movement's Rally in the Alley is scheduled for Friday, November 21st on Dignity Gardens Park at 7:30 p.m. Their speakers also include the opposition's leader, deputy leader, chairman, and its Golden Isles standard bearer, Brian Brown, among others. Rounding things up, the Coalition of Independents Blackout Rally on Saturday will take place on November 22nd at 6 p.m. 24 officers, or Defense Force Marines rather, Jamaica-bound to assist in release efforts there following Hurricane Melissa's trail of destruction. Our Matea Stewart tells us more from the Defense Force's Coral Harbor base.
The Jamaica Defense Force was among the first to assist the Bahamas after Hurricane Dorian. With at least 67 lives lost, Jamaica's recovery will be difficult, but the Royal Bahamas Defense Force has stepped forward in solidarity.
The Royal Bahamas Defense Force has always led the way in disaster recovery in this country. We've dispatched them before this very same vessel to Dominica to take supplies, and we're using her yet again. It's gratifying to know that we are assisting persons who have assisted us in the past.
Continuing these efforts, the Bahamas Disaster and Risk Management Authority has joined with the government to distribute vital supplies.
So the relief supplies on behalf of the government of the Bahamas, the DRM Authority is coordinating along with our partners at the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. So we have a number of supplies from a number of different government agencies, including the Ministry of Health, who provided a number of medical equipment like medical gowns, masks, gloves, etc. From the authorities' standpoint, we've provided cots, sleeping bags, tents, and those type of relief items. And then I believe we have some additional relief supplies like food items, canned goods that are going with the ship.
Venturing out to sea, I asked Captain Sonia Miller about the logistics of the crew and vessel for their voyage.
Well, HMBS Lawrence Major is a 56-meter landing craft, and it's designed for humanitarian assistance. The preparation is very tedious. We have to ensure that we have everything packaged and ready to be shipped. You know, it'll be very difficult for us to operate in a disaster zone if we don't have certain components. So you have to go into a disaster zone as if nothing is actually available to you. And so you have to be strategic in your approach to how you prepare yourselves for your mission when you go into any disaster zone.
During the devastating Hurricane Dorian, Jamaica's Defense Force wasted no time aiding the Bahamas. Now it's our time to return the favor. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Matea Stewart.
Great story, Matea. Thank you so much. Bigger and better. Goldie's owner is promising as much after his thriving Arawaki establishment went up in flames. Our very own Vaughn Albury has a story.
Bigger, better, safer, and stronger. Amen. Never, ever
Goldie's restaurant owner Kirkwood Evans met with 50 of his staffers near the Arawaki restaurant's charred remains following Sunday's fire. Down but not out. Evans, flanked by his wife and daughters, plans to rebuild with help from employees.
My plans going forward, once they give me the okay, I already draw my plan. I did my head, I make a call while I was away. Lady came this morning, she got to make a couple adjustments. I intend to take it to the Ministry of Wage. I know they could do a speedy approval, and I'm ready to start billing and start getting Goldie's staff back together.
Goldie's loss estimated in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. But that's no deterrence.
A lot of times, he breaks you down to build you up stronger, and that's what I believe. I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me. I want y'all to rejoice, because God got something bigger and better is coming.
Hallelujah! In terms of the reception that you and support you get from your staff, what does that say to other Bahamians outside of Goldie's?
Well, listen, all of my staff, if you turn around and look, I sure they love me. If they didn't love me, they wouldn't have been here. My thing is, being in business for so long, my whole scenario in life is you treat people the way you want to be treated. And I won't believe me, I come from the ground up 36 years ago, and by God's grace, I'm going to complete my mission.
The more than 100 employees impacted by the fire faced the grim reality of a jobless Christmas. But employees Cheryl Lunroker and Maggie Miskalin are standing behind their boss.
I think my tears are over now. I'm pulling up my big girl panties and I'm ready to go.
I believe in Mr. Goldie.
You believe in Mr. Goldie?
Yes.
What makes you believe in him?
Because he is our boss, he's keeping his word, and when he says something, he means it.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I am Vaughn Albury.
A story of hope amidst tragedy. Thanks so much, Vaughn. Meanwhile, Team Tourism making a grand show in New Jersey Tuesday as part of its global sales mission exercises to America's Northeast region. As Corvell Pyfron reports, officials are banking on big numbers from the Garden State flocking the sunny Isles of the Bahamas.
A sprawling, majestic palace in the lesser-known New Jersey city of Pompton Plains was the perfect setting. Team Tourism gave the royal treatment to its nearly 100 guests, largely travel agents and media, to the Legacy Castle for a Bahamian trade show and expo. Felia Shivers is with the Ministry of Tourism's New York office and talks about what makes this such a significant market.
We have so many airlifts out of this area. For instance, we have Delta, we have JetBlue, we have United coming right out of Newark International Airport right here in New Jersey. So it's a lot of movement to get everyone over to the islands of the Bahamas.
The New York, New Jersey markets are incredibly important ones for the islands of the Bahamas, and the Bahamas' brand remains a dominant one in these areas. But increasingly, there is competition from other regional destinations, many of whom, Shivers says, have increased airlift to their island nations.
And that's what we want to bring to the Northeast, to keep them coming back. Because like our slogan says, it's not just one island, it's a lifetime of them. So we want to give them that experience that they keep coming back over and over.
Meanwhile, Deputy Director General Valerie Brown Alsey continues to make the point that now is not the time to become complacent. She insists the destination must be focused and intentional.
Because up against everything that is going on in these areas, the Bahamas has to stand strong. And that's what's important about what we're doing here this week, what we're doing here tonight. It's sort of reassuring ourselves that this market still belongs to the Bahamas.
And even as Team Tourism and its partners left attendees in awe after Tuesday night's trade show, a part of global sales mission exercises to the Northeast U.S., Brown Alsey's focus is on increasing airlift and ensuring that hotels are at full occupancy.
When we look at the vacation package to ensure that the hotels are benefiting from that airlift and are filled to capacity as well.
And with Mission to New Jersey complete, it's now back across the bridge Wednesday night for Team Tourism as they try to bring their winning formula to New York City. In New York City for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfron.
Thanks so much, Corvell. Still to come, male entrepreneurs enhancing their business acumen. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together,
had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
Welcome back. Operation Black Scorpion officers patrolling the southern Marigold Farm Road area shortly before 6 o'clock this morning seized an abandoned gray Honda vehicle hidden in nearby bushes. After searching that vehicle, the officers discovered a firearm along with ammunition. The vehicle was towed away for further processing. Meanwhile, Tourism Police Unit officers confiscated a high-powered firearm and a quantity of suspected marijuana sometime after 3 o'clock this afternoon. The seizure was made after officers were tipped off and proceeded along a dirt road off Matthew Street. No arrests were made in either incident. However, investigation into both matters continue. On a more somber note, candles were held in the air as loved ones of a slain pregnant mother sought to find solace in memories. Our Daniel Dean has the details on the candlelight vigil for Lauren Saunders last evening.
What was supposed to have been 31st birthday celebrations Tuesday night was instead a candlelight memorial marking a month since the tragic death of mother of two, 7 months pregnant, Lauren Saunders. A crowd of relatives, co-workers, church and community members, and longtime friends of Saunders met on Munnings Road, the very place police discovered her lifeless body 3 days after she was reported missing. Her sister Charmaine Edgecombe inconsolable that day. Even now, weeks later, she's reluctantly grasping this new reality.
My sister ain't here no more. You know, words can't express how I feel inside. My expression, my cries, can't even express the way I feel for my sister. That Father God knows.
Despite mixed views about the circumstances surrounding her sister's death, Edgecombe calls for empathy. After all, her sister left behind two dependents.
She left two children behind, an 8-year-old and an 11-year-old. My sister's a gem. No one deserves this tragic accident, death, murder, whatever it is. No one deserves this. No one deserves this. So remember, even persons with their negative comments, negative thoughts, family, please let us grieve in peace. Please.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thanks, Danielle. On a lighter note, the positive contributions of men and boys in the spotlight on this International Men's Day. Activities marking the occasion highlight positive male role models while raising awareness to the issues impacting men. The global observance coming as the Department of Gender and Family Affairs launches its Reclaiming Our Boys project. Here's the Ministry of Social Services Director of Gender and Family Affairs, Sharmi Farrington.
We at the department feel that we need to move away from an events-based approach to a more sustainable program approach. And so this is our first major sustainable program that we believe will be impactful for changing the lives of boys, making them into productive citizens. And so we want to offer a program to our young boys, particularly those who are at risk, so that they have an alternative to gang and to violence. And so today what you see coming in now are students from across the country, across New Providence, exactly, and also the Ministry of Education, who has graciously decided and see the value of this program and is partnering with us. So we will be having weekly programs so that boys can report to these programs instead of, being idle. And so we are very pleased here at the department to say that this is our first program, sustainable program.
The Small Business Development Center opened its doors to a gathering unlike any other early this week. It's the first ever Men in Business trade show. It was an event designed to celebrate, uplift, and ignite the dreams of men determined to carve their own space in today's competitive marketplace.
From handcrafted goods to cutting-edge tech ventures, wellness coaching to construction startups, the room became a mosaic of skills, stories, and second chances. Event coordinator and SBDC's head of marketing and communications, Alexia Johnson, says that the goal was simple: to create a space where men could showcase not just their products, but their passion.
We are always open to receiving feedback from the public on some programs that they would like to see. The Men in Business program is one that we had heard the cries of men throughout the Bahamas saying that is a program that they would be interested in, especially with the success that we've seen for our Women Entrepreneurs Initiative.
As final conversations wound down and business cards exchanged hands, the men touted one thing as unmistakable. They weren't just marketing their work, they were telling the world who they are and who they intend to become.
Trying to put myself in environments where I can network with people who have more knowledge about whether it be government programs, whether it be concessions.
With events like this, it allows you to get access to a network of like-minded individuals that you otherwise may have not have access to. You might make a connection here that could lead to $1 million venture down the line.
Great work from the SBDC. Amajal Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Amajal.
Two major collegiate basketball tournaments set to tip off in the capital this week. Details of those stories and more coming up in sports.
Wait, what are you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but
I need the $10 special place.
How many of them would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, but...
I worked hard every single day, from primary school into secondary school. My name is Darren Pickstock. I started to work at Atlantis as a space cleaner. Nobody could beat me. I took pride in my job. After that, I went to the UK to study law. I'm very proud of my work in the Senate, my advocacy for suicide prevention, my record in empowering young people, and also food security. I'm the chairman of the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation. I believe that it is important for us to feed ourselves, so I see that as a national security issue. The government has done a lot, but the reality is there is a lot more to be done. The cost of living is always increasing, and so to be able to bring down the cost of food will assist people in being able to eat properly. Investing in Bahamians is important, extremely important. It is about opening the door. People just want an opportunity. I am very result-driven, and that is what Golden Isles will see me as.
Welcome to your Wednesday evening sports check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. Two major collegiate basketball tournaments set to tip off in the 242 over the coming days, starting first with the Bahamas Hoops and the Bahamas Men's Championship that will feature four of the biggest college basketball programs in America. We caught up with organizer Josh Franklin.
We're excited. I mean, we have fans from all over the United States. We've got Purdue, we've got Texas Tech, we've got Memphis, and we've got Wake Forest. We're pretty much at capacity. We're going to have about 2,200 fans at each game. They're going to be internationally televised on CBS Sports Network, and this is the biggest version of Bahamas Hoops yet. It should be rowdy. It's going to be hard to live up to our opening game last year, which was Baylor versus St. John's, double overtime thriller, half-court buzzer beater. #1 play on ESPN Sports Center. We'll see if we can get some more games like that. We don't hardly have any control, but I think all four of these teams are very, very competitive. And I mean, Purdue is just named #1 in NCAA basketball as well.
And next week, Bahamas will host their Pink Flamingo Championships, where several ladies teams will take to the hardwood.
Of the folks that cover college basketball, women's college basketball. You know, a couple years ago we had Coach Yo and Ole Miss down here. So anytime we get a chance to do things like that as well, we want to lean into it. I think Jonquel Jones is supposed to be here, so we're going to put her courtside. We're interested in growing the sport of basketball, whether it's here in the Bahamas or in the U.S. or really anywhere. Anyone who wants to attend the women's games can use promo code HOOPS242. It'll get them 50% off of all tickets.
And speaking of women's basketball, over the bridge this weekend, the Battle for Atlantis women's tournament will tip off, previewing their annual men's Thanksgiving showdown. And preparations already underway at the Imperial Arena to make this year's tournament feel as big as ever.
It's going to be excited about that in both the men's and the women's division. We have top-tier talent coming down, and they're going to bring intense competition. So for the males tournament, we have schools like Vanderbilt, Western Kentucky, and Virginia Tech, just to name a few. And then in the females tournament, we're showcasing powerhouse schools like Penn State, Princeton, and San Diego State. So the energy in the arena is going to be very electrifying. You're going to have fans that are pumped up and excited just to see their teams playing, and it's going to be like March Madness right here in November.
From the association, DeAndre Ayton continuing his dominant stretch for the Los Angeles Lakers. Ayton finishing Tuesday's 141-26 win over the Jazz with 20 points, 14 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block, and 1 steal across 30 minutes of game time. Ayton speaking post-game about his first time playing with LeBron James.
Makes life easy, you know, with his passion and his IQ. Hearing his voice out there, you know, me being the last line of defense and him seeing everything and knowing every play, knowing the whole league's personnel, you know, it gives me that, it enhances some of my abilities, you know, being a defender and a rim protector. You know, knowing that he's the low man and, you know, I could cheat out a little bit and help our guards and pick and roll a little bit more. So the confidence is there, especially when he's on the floor.
And that's a look at your sports on this Wednesday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action. Protecting life and health with our training throughout the year. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas. Community farming for food security. Climate programs suited for our island country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
It's time now for a weather check with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening on this chilly Wednesday, Basil.
Good evening, Royston. We're going to get you started in the tropics, and guess what? We have 11 days remaining in the tropical cyclone season, and as you can see out there, there's nothing there to report, and we do not anticipate any development over the next 7 days. Temperatures around the islands: Marshall, Babaco, 75 degrees, 71 in Green Toll Key, also Freeport, Grand Bahama at 71 degrees. The Berry Islands, a little warmer at 77. Warmer still in Allenstown, Bimini at 81 degrees, and then we pick up some 77s in Harper Island. Rock Island, Eleuthera, 75 degrees, 74 in Otterstown, Cat Island. In Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space, Orlando, 76. Freshly Central Andros at 77 degrees, and then we pick up some 74s in San Salvador and Rumkey. Georgetown, Exuma, 79 degrees, 78 in Ragged Island, Clarence Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Maguana, and Acklands, all at 78. Matchitown, Inago, 82 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands have a temperature of 81 degrees. Your forecast tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, so very nice and mild. Low temperature around 71 degrees, and tomorrow it's going to be partly sunny. A bit breezy, so the winds will pick up a bit, but very pleasant conditions nevertheless, with a high temperature of 81 degrees. Your extended weather forecast, beautiful weather right through the weekend, right into the middle part of the week with lots of sunshine during the daytime. Temperature-wise, we're going to keep you quite tame. It's going to be in the low 80s during the daytime. Those nighttime temperatures, they're not going to get very much above the 70-degree mark. Right, sir?
We could not ask for better weather. Thanks so much, Basil. Well, that's going to do it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching. Good night.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Innes. This is ZNS.
My old friend. I still can't believe my eyes. I thought